Hello, I am going to start talking to you about living with a person who has been diagnosed with approximately 15 strokes and has recently been diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and the daily life of living with somebody who is forgetful and frustrated at such a young age. He's just turned 62 and he had his first stroke at 55. And it's when you plan your life to grow old with that person, and you have all these plans, you kind of get a speed bump thrown in front of you, and you gotta you know start over and think about what your future plans are going to be and how it can affect the people around you, how it affects you. And it's very frustrating. I get very frustrated. I get angry. He gets angry. Not wanting to listen, telling me that he's done things that he hasn't done, or that I am trying to trick him into doing things that he says that he never did, or that I am trying to get something out of him. That sort of stuff. So it's very frustrating. But right now we're at the beginning stage. He just newly got diagnosed. He has had no short-term memory for about 5 years, and it progressively has gotten worse. I mean, he still knows how to get out and take a shower, bathe, and all that stuff, and brush his teeth. Sometimes I have to tell him, you need to go shower because it's been a day or two, since you showered. So, and it's frustrating, a little hard. But, even though we've had to change things, we'll work it out. If he was just recently just super excited that they had taken his driver's license away from him, and just recently they gave it back to him. So he went back and he went down, took the driving test, did good. So he's happy about that. That's like the independence thing is a big thing, getting them to be independent, and keeping their independence when you want to be cautious, but you don't want to take everything away from them. He's had so much taken from him that he just wants to sit in his chair and sleep all day long. He gets up to take his pills, but as soon as he takes his pills, he lays back down and goes to sleep. He can't go out and be active for very long because he gets so tired. I don't know if I think that has to do with medication that he's taken. That's another thing, is trying to get him to take the medication to slow down the Alzheimer's. That's a hard one too, because he's like, I took it, and you're like, no, you didn't, you need to take it. And so, anyway, I just wanted to maybe start this little, I don't know, I guess they call it a blog, or I don't know what they call this, but video of maybe there's people out there who have the same issues I have, who maybe, might get some, positive information from what I have to say, and living in a daily basis as he progresses with his Alzheimer's. To him, in his brain, he doesn't feel like anything's different. But when people around him, when you look at him, he looks the same. But when you get to talk to him and see that and live with him on a daily basis, and the things that he forgets, and the, different things, you realize that, he's not the same person he was 5 years ago. And granted, it has to do, he smoked. He hasn't smoked in 5 years, but they told him after the first few strokes that he needed to quit smoking, and he's, no, I'm not going to quit smoking. And then he had the big one, and knocked out his memory. So, and they did tell us that because of his smoking, that the chances of having another stroke are like 75%. So, but he just, and that the alarm there was for me to tell my husband to take his medication for his Alzheimer's, so he has to take it twice a day, Because if I don't set a timer, he will forget and tell me he did take it. And then I have to go and I have to count his pills to see exactly how many he's taken. You know, this first video is going to be a little rambling because I really don't know what I'm doing. But I just wanted to maybe make some kind of video that maybe people would help me, you know, to understand or to cope with some of the things that I'm dealing with on a daily basis, and to see the progression of my husband and what I go through with dealing with the man who is 62 and got diagnosed with Alzheimer's 20 years earlier than he probably would have had it. And they do say that it's because of the strokes that he's had, and it's called vascular dementia and mixed Alzheimer's. So, but anyway, I just wanted to just to kind of get out there to get maybe some input from other people and what they thought of, you know, if they have a situation where they're living with somebody with Alzheimer's, and the frustrations of daily living, the frustrations of the progression of it, it's different. It's a different world. I mean, I went from, you know, we're gonna go and do this and do that and do this, and to, you know, no, we can't. We can't go do the things we used to do. And no, you can't go walk your 5 miles because if you forget how to get home, I need to know where you're at, you know. And he's one of those that won't carry his cell phone with him. And, you know, that same old, you know, it's just the same old stuff that I'm sure a lot of people out there are going through with who live with a loved one that has Alzheimer's. So I just wanted to, you know, start this. I'm gonna try and do 1 or 2 of these a week. I'll try not to be so rambling. This is, like I said, this is my first one, so I really didn't know. I just wanted to start talking and see what, you know, came of it. And anyway, so thank you for listening.